Insuring a restaurant's probably a lot different than insuring a construction company,
100%.
even of similar size and similar revenue levels.
Yes.
Like their liability, the concerns that they have are completely different animals,
Yeah.
right? And that's what I don't really necessarily understand. So kind of tell me some of the specifics around that, insuring different types of companies, like what you're looking for, what you're insuring, things like that.
Yeah, so the risks that we insure, in traditional property casualty right now consists of property insurance, right? Weather-related perils and fire and theft and tornadoes, general liability, and it's really lawsuit protection for bodily injury, property damage, right? And you got work comp, employment practices, cyber, like that's all in our realm, right?
Okay.
Everything other than health and benefits. And so you look, okay, what are the risks? Which again has been super fun to kind of get my head around. And there are a lot of them emerging. Cyber's been, it's a lot more homogenous now, I think. But man, that's a emerging risk that's bigger and more deadly and to business than we can even imagine.
Yeah.
You can't fully insure it, right? So when I look at the different risks, I guess what I would say is this. When I decide what needs to be self-funded on a larger account, or when the company and I get together, you look at the risk and go, what's your biggest risk in the industry? So you can take benefits. Cancer affects us all. Well, guess what? Lawsuit potential for this industry is super, super high. That's a very bespoke risk to that industry or that client, perhaps. Work comp, same way. Like, what causes people to get injured, right? Well, they have some industries are all over the board. If I'm a staffing company for warehouse employees, that's a high risk injury, right? Restaurant, we have cuts, we have slips and falls. I mean, and so I think when you look at those risks, I'm like, even property's all about geography right now. Like,
really? Okay.
Oh my gosh, where you and I live today is almost treated like coastal Houston for hurricanes because of hail and
hail
wind.
damage. Yeah, man. I noticed that in my premium going up this last year and going, well, what in the world happened? But